Anyway, like I say, it's my ship. I flew it. It's my darling, my baby. I built it. I invented it. I designed for it. The LSFA ship, or Lucifer Star Flyer A, or America. I kind of named my country after it, or named, yeah, if I named my country after it, basically. Anyway, it's more or less regarded as a religious icon now. Like I said, some people thought that the that the LSFA ship had crashed with all hands on board and everyone had died. And no, not even a little bit. No. Are you kidding? Anyway, no. Like I said, I was coming down. We were trying to re-enter. We found a nice little planet. And we're trying to re-enter. And like I said, I was getting too much of a sideways momentum. I was coming down, and I cut the back thrusters. I remember doing this. I cut the back thrusters on one side, and I think I just left one little thruster going. And I basically was trying to get that back in to get underneath it, because it wouldn't get underneath it. And so, but I was maintaining and like doing this kind of maneuver. And there's a mountain coming up, and basically I did the calculations, and pretty much we went. And just like right into the mountain, and like I say, it got a little bit smaller, just a little bit smaller. And then, like I say, it crushed one of the wings. It just crushed it flat, like pancakes. And that thing went right through the engines or whatever, right through one of the engines or something. It just went right into it. And it crushed the whole superstructure. Really, it's just round. It's just more flat on the one side. My people were like, "Really, it's just more flat on one side." And then, like I say, it fell down, and apparently there was a valley with a rock face, and there was like two little V's at the bottom or something. And they went, and kind of did the like kind of like a little maneuver like that, and like we were still like a couple thousand feet in the air, and then they're like, you're down, shut off the engines. I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't really believe you, because I feel like we're still in the air. So I like powered down the engine slowly, and when the engines cut or got low, basically it went and it dropped again. Or something like that, and then it caught again, and then meanwhile the wings are getting smaller every second. Like it squashes the wings down until they're like big long call, but they're like titanium metal and it's like really strong. But it basically it stops about 100 feet off the ground or something like that. So it's just sitting there 100 feet off the ground on this sheer rock, like 1,000-foot or 800-foot face. Just straight up, like 800 feet or 1,000 feet, and then I'm wedged between these two rock things, like, and it stops, and it's stable, and we're now oval shaped. It just flat. It crushed the engines and everything. I had like one working engine or something like that. Anyway, it's all in the logbooks. Everybody's okay. Everyone's alive. There's just a couple people have broken ribs from when the restraint collars, because they went, a couple little, it's a lot of really sore necks basically, and a couple broken arms and stuff like that. Nothing really all that bad. Just minor damage really. Because it was real big. It was a real hard hit. But I mean, I mostly had it. Anyway, though, it's a really good story, and it's legendary. It's a legendary ALSF landing crash landing. We landed though. Anyway, yeah, a lot of people laughed about it. It was a big joke, or that they would tell. It was a drinking joke about what happened to the old ALS ship. Well, it seems the main engineer decided that the round shape really wasn't the best, and he found the best way to change that shape by hitting a mountainside. Yeah. So I hit the mountainside, and I mean, on the computer, on the onboard computer. So basically, yeah, I hit the mountainside and squashed it kind of flatter. Still kind of mostly round though, mostly just rounded on top, And anyway, so yeah, and it just basically buckled in the bottom and stuff like that. So basically, most people would call it a total loss, but I was like, it's my ship. I'm gonna repair it. So yeah, we repair it. We take out all the dents and we kind of modify it a little bit. Anyway, and then we relaunch it some 100 or 50 years or 1,000 years or something years later. It just sits on the launch pad forever. And we take down the mountain or something. We smelt the mountain or something like that. A lot of things happen. And we take it and we move it, I think, a ways or something. We do something with it where it's put somewhere else while they're building this colony and stuff like that. And then basically later on, we repaint it. LSFA. And we relaunch it. This time we just left the two wings off. Two of the wings, the one that got crushed and the top stabilizer, I think like that. We just took those off because it didn't really help, and with what's just two, you could kind of whatever. Anyway, so we took off two of the wings, and it was from then on known as the ALSFA Space Ship, basically. We might have had something like a pro, I don't know, I forget what we did with it. But then it was the ALSFA Space Ship. And then it functioned. And how that one ended, basically, like I say, I think I was coming down in mud, and I was doing much better. Like a lot better. I was coming down, and I get down, and I'm gonna land it on the funnels, basically, and we're probably gonna take a lot of damage. But anyway, so I land it like this, and it goes, and basically the engines just ripped off their mountings, just straight up, and the ship goes, and then the ship goes in this shallow lake, and it goes bloop bloop. Bloop, bloop. It's still above the water or something like that. So yeah, when I landed, it ripped the engines right off their mountings, just went right up into the fuselage, into the big tanks. So basically, it was, but it's all what's it called, metal. Anyway, everyone's okay, of course, and then like I said, it just kind of. It's down, it's landed! And the crew went, yay! And no broken bones. Because it was pretty much a soft landing, really. So anyway. Yeah, that was the landing of the ALSFA spaceship. And we did touch down on another planet. And everyone's like, yay! We're down! So they got to get out. Like I said, we would test the atmosphere of the planets with using the wing nacelle. We'd just go and take atmospheric readings and see if it was breathable or not. And then we would come down and I would just go because I could do that, using the thrust. The thrusters could move quite a few degrees. And coming down. Anyway, normally I didn't land, of course. Mostly we use atmospheric slingshots and stuff like that. Like on one of the big old heavies. Yeah. And do that kind of stuff. So it's slow, and we just kick it and eat and whatever. I think we had hydroponics and all that kind of stuff on board. It was a really nice ship. I meit had everything. So really well done. It was. Most people equated it to basically like being with a superstar, because it was just so nice on board. Like it had all the cool stuff. It was a real planetary ship. So yeah. I'm the richest, most powerful. Was the richest, most powerful life form out there, really. So, of course, it was going to be really nice. So, all the good stuff, LCDs, everything. Anyway, it's basically a legendary ship, and is pretty much regarded as a religious icon because it colonized so many planets.